right. All right. All right. I'm here with another energy reading. I am about to turn them up. Another energy reading, but you know, I just have a bit to say before I start reading these cards. Did I mess up the recording? No, still going. Okay. Whew. Today's an interesting day so far because I've had so much energy. Um, it is almost the end of my sacred sabbatical. I must say, I got just some days left, less than a week. But I will say, I mean, honestly, I'm a woman. It could have a whole lot to do with my menstrual cycle. I'm not on it, but let me check my calendar because I promise I've had so much energy today. Um, the moon, well, my energy be so connected to the moon. I feel like the moon could be in a fire sign today. But right now, I'm checking my hmm boost mood and motivation. My app. Just trying to check my app. But what about the moon? Moon phase, is it a fire sign? I wouldn't be surprised. Oh, it's Gemini. Well, that also counts. Gemini is very, very active energy, and it's my midheaven sign. So, hmm pretty big deal. Anyways. See, that's what I'm talking about. I've been singing and dancing, and I cried a little bit, and I kept singing and dancing. After I was done crying, I went to the gym this morning before all the singing and dancing and crying. And then I sit down to shuffle the cards and stuff to do my reading, and I can't stop singing. Like as I'm doing, I'm trying to like harness this energy to make it. I don't know. Hopefully, I can sow it, and it'll come back to me in riches and wealth. You feel me? All right, y'all. So I got 9 cards on the table, and the way I've been doing this is I just be shuffling and letting them pop out and stuff, and I don't really be looking at them until I start to do the reading. So if it's organic, okay, and I mean that you can choose to believe me or not, but that's what it is. So first card we have here is the Ace of Wands. It's reversed. I'm gonna try to really, really let my intuition lead me so that I don't get in the way with my thinking, okay? Because I am a thinker. I be thinking, my mind be going. And I said moon is in Gemini, and I am a moon child. So the moon, Gemini, talking, more talking, less thinking. I'll be honest. Gemini energy. More talking, less thinking. Okay, so maybe this would be perfect for channeling. All right? Okay. Hopefully it goes that way. All right, so yeah, I got 9 cards. 6 of them are tarot cards, and then 3 of them are oracle cards. Okay. So first card is Ace of Wands reversed. So first thing I'm hearing is I'm hearing right? Like halt. Who goes there? Right? That's what look, warning. I already said my energy is literally through my roof. Okay? You can probably see it in the sky as a shooting star if you go outside, even with the sun outside. It's like that potent. Kind of wish it was like this every day. I can't lie. Okay, anyway, Ace of Wands, who goes there? What's up? Something is, cut it off, cut it off. Cut it. You need to cut it. Okay. And you need to cut it. Ace of Wands, reverse. It's like, ain't no magic here. No, something was going on. No, no, no. This is That's it. What is this? What is this? Right? No, it's like I feel like this is like God, the universe, source spirits, bringing something to a halt. Uh, somebody's expectations for something. Spirit is up in there like, what you thought this was? What you thought this was? Who invited you? No, I don't know, y'all. It's just kind of, I'm getting like, who goes there? So maybe I need to go through the cards faster to make it make sense, all right? Who goes there? Ace of Wands reverse. That's what I'm getting. Below that is the Fool card upright, okay? Who goes there? You fool? No. Oh, then the Fool card. The Fool goes, it's me, the Fool. Okay, so, slow down. Slow down. Guys, the wall. Wiggle like you're trying to make it fall on. Okay. Oh, he says speed up. Speed up. Gas pedal. Slow. Look, all twisty turvies. Okay, discombobulation for real. It ain't right. It was wrong. It's not right. Ace of Wands reverse. It's not right. That was wrong. You got the lyrics wrong. The Fool card. That's crazy because this Fool energy, I feel like, I mean, that's what I'm feeling like is consuming me today so far. New beginning though. So that's very interesting. So Ace of Wands reversed. So that's like, nah, not a new beginning here. Who what you thought, but Fool upright. It's like but it is, but there is a new, oh, character. I was about to say new journey, and then I heard clear as day in my head, character. Okay, so this is our character. There is a character that this energy is about, uh, and they are in the Fool energy. Wow. So, was there something that our Fool was doing, and universe has shut that shit down? Like, right? I'm sticking with that. Halt. Who goes there? Um, Fool was who partying, maybe party. I must say that because actually, when I was, shuffling, letting the cards pop out the way I like to let them do, I did see the Fool card like from my peripheral, but I didn't know exactly what it was. I didn't look at it. But out of my peripheral, I could see the image of the Fool. But in my head, when I saw it on my peripheral, I thought party. I did. I thought party, like some fire energy. So actually, I ain't gonna lie, I thought it was like a wands, like page of wands type of energy, just from my peripheral. But nah, this the Full card. But I do think there's something about a party. Party's over. Party is over next door. Okay, party is over, y'all. Okay, let me keep going. The desert. Oracle card right below the Full card is the desert, and the number on it is 37. 37 is, well, 3 and 7 makes 10. So, Wheel of Fortune energy, but I do like to simplify. So, 10 is also the number one. Uh, but let's see what this oracle has to say. The desert card, I see the moon, I see prayer hands, which is very interesting because I promise, getting down and crying and getting down some more earlier too. Some old gospel music that I used to love back in the day. I really was. I might continue when I'm done with this reading because some of them songs was my songs, man. Like Fred Hammond, um, they that wait on the Lord shall renew their strength. That one got me the most because I was feeling, I don't know, just weird, not down, but okay, let me continue with the video. Oh, I just want to throw in there real quick because I'm not religious anymore. I don't. I don't subscribe to any particular religion, but I'm spiritual, and I used to go to church and be real religious, but I always been spiritual. So I think really along my journey, the religion got stripped away because that shit was fake as fuck. Okay, and the people a part of it was fake as heck. But my spirituality kept going, because that was just in my blood. Okay. Now, with that said, it has been hard sometimes, well, for a long time, for me to use the words and really mesh still with the words like Lord, sometimes even God. But I think what's happening, y'all, is like the truth of these terms are being like brought up with inside of me, like, and revealed to myself. So, like, honestly, and I felt like this for a long time actually, that the word Lord, first of all, is very masculine. It aligns with patriarchy, which, I mean, look at our world, okay? Um, it and it, to me, it wasn't something that even Jesus believed in his spirit as he gave the messages that he gave, that I do love and absorb and ponder on and memorize and remember so much. Okay. Um, Lord, to me, often I felt like it was actually supposed to be love, but it got personified, people personifying love. And the only personification of love that I've ever really been able to witness and really believe that like this is a personification of love. Well, two different beings. Well, really three. It was Jesus, babies, like newborn babies, and myself. Okay, yeah. Uh, seriously. So Lord for me and my spirit feels like it's to be love. And you know, it was a song. I know this is like a little tangent. I'm sorry. I'm flowing. It's intuition. Go with it. That song by Music Soul Child. Lord, he said so many things I've gotta tell you, but I'm afraid I don't know how. He said love. I feel like, and I hear it in my head that he was kind of trying to reveal that Lord and love are synonymous, so that Lord was replaced, no, love was replaced by Lord. Because I remember singing that song when I was religious, and I was like, damn, this sounds like it's supposed to say Lord, maybe. But then I read the Bible and I'm like, oh, what if that's actually supposed to be love? So then also the other thing is that for me, that would make so much more sense in relationship to God and Jesus. And that's where I'm gonna pause on my tangent, okay? Anyways, but I do see the prayer hands. So, um, there's prayer, somebody reaching out, spiritual, and there's the moon as well. So I think that there's something significant now that I'm seeing the moon and I was checking the moon phase. There's something about this time, hmm, for this full energy, and something that is switched up for them with divine intervention, bringing a party to a halt and making them, shout out to the alignment, bro. Because what happens when the party dies? When the party's over, it's now like desert energy, right? It's no more fun, no more alcohol, and that keeps on coming up for me. That came up in was it my last reading or the one before that? No more alcohol, no more partying, no more distractions, no more drugs, no more numbness, no more escaping. Just, I just heard me and the Lord. That's what I heard. Me and the Lord of Love, okay? Me and the Lord of Love. 37. So then that gives me like a new beginning for this person. So that also does align with the full energy. It's like, well, now the party has died. So now you're on a new journey. And how about this? Get this. It's a spiritual one. Okay. So let me read what the oracle is saying on the desert with the desert card. It says the keywords are the drought, the wasteland, and the badlands. Wow, I must say, I just watched a movie that is called The Bad Batch. The Bad Batch are the Bad Batches. These people that I guess the country America was just throwing away like trash. Um, and just dropping them off in this desert area. I watched it on Netflix. It actually was good, and it had what's his name? Samoa Mimosa? No, what is his name? He real fine. He played Aquaman. Okay, it's Aquaman in there, and he real fine. But he was a cannibal, so that was there was cannibals. It was cannibals up in there, but and then it was this young white lady who had her arm and leg taken by these cannibals, and but they all were dumped in this desert. But now there's this society being built in this desert, so like different groups or whatever. So but she was real she was just real badass. She escaped them after losing one leg and one arm, and found the other side that was more inviting, and they weren't cannibals over there. So she get over there, then she's going through, her own individual journey. She meets back up with Aquaman, who also again is a cannibal. But then there's a little girl that is the glue to them two. His little girl, I don't know if it's his daughter or whatever. Um, but then long story short, they end up basically uniting. She ends up leaving the like safe village because then she realizes what's hidden that actually was unsafe. Um, and yeah, her and like the Aquaman dude, they like end the movie, them two and the little girl. But um yeah, it was like I think she changed his mind. At the end of the movie, you kind of get the feeling that he's not going to be a cannibal anymore. So very interesting. He was so fine. So even though he was a cannibal, I'm sorry, he was fine. So I just thought about that. The drought, the wasteland, the bad lands. I didn't know that Badlands was like a synonym for desert. Like maybe that's why the movie was called The Bad Batch. Oh, learn something new every day. So the description says the desert leaves us disoriented, desperate for direction, grasping for meaning, longing for solid ground. For endless miles, we are confronted with the lack of clarity and existential dread. We are thirsty, hungry, pleading with life to get back to normal, to become animated by the simple pleasantries of day to day life. The desert offers no such comfort. Bro, literally, it says the desert offers no such comfort. So I'm glad I talked about that movie because the safe area where the people weren't cannibals, that area was called Comfort. It was like Comfort Land or whatever. I think it was just Comfort. They called it Comfort. Um, but now that makes me feel like I need to talk about what was wrong with it that was hidden. What the hell's that noise? Dang. I'm sorry, it's a loud noise. The issue with that place was the the man in charge, okay, living like a king. He was building up his empire or kingdom or whatever on drugs and concubines, women. So he's impregnating all these young women. So that was the thing about the little girl because the young white lady, she thought she was rescuing the little girl when she came across her, um, when she was away from the Aquaman dude, because she was with like her. It seemed like the woman who was playing her mother, and they was like looking for treasures in the like wasteland area, and then but that woman was a cannibal. So when the young white lady came across her, she killed her. And then she took the little girl. But I'm sure in her mind it was more like I'm saving her, right? Like from these bad people, and I'm gonna take her over here to comfort. The place was called Comfort. And then what happened was the man in charge ended up stealing the little girl. When the young white lady ended up on drugs one night, because everybody had drugs, it was like a party. Ooh, party. They was having a party and giving out these drugs. And so the girl took the drugs, and while she took the drugs, like the little girl was taken by the man in charge. And so whole time I'm thinking, oh, okay, like, he gonna take care of her because most of them was living in like little like huts. Some of them was living outside on the ground, even though like they weren't hurting each other, but not everybody was living in the best type of environment. But he had like this little castle situation somehow. So then, so I really feel like I need to talk about this movie. So the white girl with the missing leg and arm, so eventually she realizes that the little girl is missing. She can't find her. And while she's out and about one day, she runs into Aquaman Cannibal Dude. And he is looking for the little girl because that's like his daughter. And they run to each other. And he a cannibal. So he like, I could eat you, but you gonna help me find this little girl, or I'm gonna do you in, cause he knows that she's over in Comfort now. Well, he knows the white girl's over in Comfort now. She don't tell him, yeah, I took her, but she's just like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna help you find her because I don't want to die. So then eventually she finds out that the little girl is with the Empire dude who's um surviving on drugs, like doing drugs or he's selling drugs or I don't know. And he's also impregnating all these young women. So he has all these women. And when I saw them, I thought concubines. And he's taking care of them or whatever, but because he's building up basically a fucking cult. So he took the little girl and had her in this environment. And so obviously, what was he gonna do? He was planning to do the same thing to that little girl either when she got old enough or what? Because the women he was impregnating were young women. So, and she was a little girl, but one day she was gonna be a young woman. So then the white girl, she got real creative. I love the way she did it, and she got the little girl away from them, and so she had to leave Comfort. And that's when you realize, oh, everybody knows. They all know how this goes. Because then other people were telling her, don't come back. Like that's how they knew that their society they were able to survive. This man, whatever he was doing, like regarding drugs and I don't know. So basically, he was about to be trafficking the little girl, literally. And this was of the same community, involving the people that saved her, basically saved the white girl, you know. But yeah, this man, he wants to just impregnate them all. And so the place they called Comfort, there really was no comfort. It was disgusting as well. Over in one area, you got cannibals, and this area, you got a man who is his cult. It was his cult, literally his cult. He's trying to impregnate all the females. So, um, I just felt like I had to talk about that now after seeing the description says the desert offers no such comfort. So it's almost like they all in the desert and they get bamboozled by this place called Comfort. There ain't no comfort in the desert. And she did have her guard down because she was able to find some amount of comfort. But the hidden part was this man who runs it all, and he is a drug dealer and a pervert, pedophile. So, yeah. The desert offers no such comfort, and all must pass through it. If you can embrace the discomfort of the desert, knowing you will someday reach water again, you can tap into the potent energy of the landscape. Now that's crazy too. I'm sorry, but I gotta keep talking about the movie because the whole part of embracing discomfort. At the end of the movie, the Aquaman cannibal dude, him, the little girl, well, first of all, they reunite because the white girl saved the little girl from the fake comfort place. So now she's leaving there. She's going to find the dude because this is basically like the little girl's father, pretty much. And he also was on his like motorcade or whatever, heading in her direction. So then they meet. And then Little girl is happy to see him, so they reunite, and he's about to take off and go back to Cannibal Land, wherever, he was from. And the white girl's like, well, I'm not going back to Comfort. So, she don't really tell him the details. She just say, I'm not going back. I'm not going over there. And he's like, well, I don't know what you want to do because I live the way that I live. I do what I do. You ain't a cannibal, so what you gonna do? Like, you can't come over there with me. You know, um, like they just gonna finish you off. You know. So then, oh, the little girl had a bunny that she loved so much. So then, she's like, I'm hungry. Come on, I'm hungry. Come on. And and so then they decide, like, with no words, the man, he's just so big and sexy, like large and muscular and all that. So he takes the bunny, unfortunately, but this is life, right? Now this is the discomforting part, especially for the little girl, and he has to go and kill the bunny and cook it so that they can eat it. And so this is him changing his ways because he realized the white girl is trying to like kick it with him. And he's like, there's nothing else. What are we gonna do? And then she takes his hand and basically like, you know, through telepathy or whatever, lets him know like, but we can have each other, because he was attractive. Um, and then he decides to go with it because you know, that's just how it ended up going. And so then he ended up cooking the bunny, and little girl's crying, but she eating too because she hungry, but she was sad because that was her pet. But it's like now this is the better way to go about this, not eating each other. We don't have to do that. But when it's ended, and they're sitting there eating, they're now in neither of the two territories. They're not in comfort. They're not in the cannibal land. They're literally in the middle of the desert, sitting down on the ground. Um, I think they have made a fire. Um, and they're just sitting there eating the bunny. And so it wasn't like no shelter. So it looked like they probably was going to like start from scratch if they weren't gonna go try to take over any of the other places. Um, like they were gonna build their own. I mean, they are a man and a woman. They can make more babies. So, anyways, it was like she had to kind of convince him to, well, let's just start something new and not eat people. Like we could go, I mean, that's an option. We got animals. There's birds and you know. So, anyways, yeah, if you can embrace the discomfort of the desert, knowing you will someday reach water again, you can tap into the potent energy of the landscape. Its lights are blindingly bright and its darks terrifyingly deep, which makes for unbridled creativity and clairvoyant visions. Truths reside in the desert that otherwise remain hidden. The crows, the shadows, and the coyotes' calls surround you. Let the winds and sands work their deep magic, weary traveler. That is so interesting because then this description ends with traveler, literally speaking to the fool right above this card, the full card right above this card. So we tapped in and it's correct. Okay. So it says, let's see. The desert is alive and pulsing with energy despite its desolate appearance. Turn toward it rather than away from it. When in the throes of the desert, contemplate the following. You are not alone. You have more supplies with you than you think. Water is very near. I love this. So now tapping back into the reading, but I do think maybe it's related to that movie. Tapping back into the reading, this full character, full energy is no more partying, headed into something new, seemingly more spiritually based, but obviously starting out with not much. You know who else did that? Jesus. Jesus didn't have much while he was traveling, doing his mission and purpose, you know, and we ain't trying to have Not to say like you need to be crucified, but perhaps maybe your past life needs to be crucified. Maybe your old self needs to be crucified. That actually is a viable interpretation of the story of Jesus. You know, that his old self was crucified so that it's like, yeah, no, there is no more physical Jesus anymore. I'm just, it's pure spirit. But I'm just saying. But this person, yeah, it seems like there's a new beginning for this full energy, um, of maybe a collective of full energy. I am getting a character though, like a person for sure. Um, I'm yet again, so this is my third reading now for this channel, and this is yet again giving me like spiritual awakening energy. So that's dope. I love it. I love that. Okay. Now, next column is the tower reversed. It starts with the tower reversed. So going with the energy, going with intuitive flow, there's a tower that has occurred and it has passed. So I think that that makes total sense with the fact that now this party is over. So perhaps this party ended with a tower. Mm. Top party ended with a tower and left an air of desolation for this person. But really, there's opportunity. There's just new opportunity now. It's like vast opportunity and possibilities are just starting totally new. I like that. This tower energy. I just heard I'm a survivor, like, which makes sense because the desert, yeah, again, like literally the girl. That's what I was saying. Like, dang, she a survivor, bro. She a survivor. She bad. Like, literally. You should have seen the way she escaped the cannibal people. You gotta watch it. If you don't, you gotta watch it. The way she escaped was so dope. I was so proud of her when she started to fight back. Anyways, but literally, I just heard survivor. Wow. So is this like somebody who's been kind of living in an energy that is, I just heard worldly, but I would say like well, worldly, but perhaps something is like I'm gonna put myself in this person's shoes. I'm feeling like there I don't know anything else. This is what I know. So I mean you can call it worldly, you can call it whatever you want, unsafe or whatever, but this is my life. Like this that's how I feel inside of this person's conscience. It's like no need to cast judgment on it because for this person this his life her life has been what it's been. It's it's just is what it is. It wasn't even like a choice, really. It's almost like this person's eyes are being awakened to new possibilities. And I've literally had that experience before, so I totally know that this can for sure be true. Like literally, I was, yeah, ooh, maybe this is more like what this is then, because I was severely depressed. I remember I was severely depressed, and this was before I left. I moved away from California and moved across the country. I was severely depressed. Was looking for another, a way out, if you know what I mean. Was heavily thinking about it, researching like, how can I make this happen peacefully for myself, as painlessly as possible, literally. Because I'm like, what am I here for? I don't know. So, anyways, so you can call that like a desert type of situation. Like it was like there's nothing. There's nothing. You say water is near. I don't see it, and I'm beyond thirsty. I'm beyond dehydrated, right? Like I just want to go. So, um, yeah. And then I realized, oh, I have options. Well, I had to go to sleep. I went to sleep and woke up the next day, and it was almost as if something had opened up in my mind, like another door that had never been opened before. And it was basically like allowing these new thoughts to come through. Like, you ain't got to stay here no more. You know that, right? Like, nothing's holding you here. You do not have to stay here. You have no children. You have no husband. You on vacation from this job, so you got, time to look into something else. Like you don't even have to stay here no more. You is free. And you ain't even know it. Right? So then that eventually led to me moving not long after that. So I'm getting that maybe somebody is in a situation I was in a desolate place also to where it's like the truth has revealed itself that hey, you over here partying or living, doing whatever. I keep on hearing the word partying. You think this is life, but really, you in a desert for real, for real. Like spiritually, you're desolate. So it's time for you to get on your new path, right? Ooh, because right before, listen, this is flowing. Because right below that Tower reverse card, I got King of Cups. Okay, King of Cups. Okay, because I was about to say, like, get on your path. Like you got work to do. That's literally what I wanted. I was literally about to say if I would just kept talking. And I did not know that King of Cups was right there. I tell you, I'm not looking at the cards like that. So it's like this person is on a path to becoming the King of Cups. King of Cups. That's interesting because didn't the desert card say there's water near? Yes, it did. Yes, it did. It said there's water near. Like, ooh, and 369 on the timer. There's water near. Like while I'm drinking water, it literally said there's water near. Yeah, because you about to become the king of cups. You becoming the king of cups, bro. So and that's funny because Jesus will tell you the kingdom is within you. Whatever it is you're looking for, it is within you. And guess what? That was one of the songs I was dancing to and singing earlier. What you looking for? I'm the one you're looking for. What you're searching for? You don't have to search no more. Yeah, literally, King of Cups. Okay, I see you. I swear, my spirit be wanting to tap into the masculine energies for these readings, or I don't know. I mean, I do have um, a very potent masculine energy inside of me. I do. Alive and well and healed. Yes, he is. Okay. Yes, okay, King of Cups. I love this story. I do. I do. Um, somebody stepping into their power. Someone is stepping into their power. I'm being made to say it like that, like this is present happening. And look, going back to that card again, the moon, and how I was just looking up the moon sign and blah 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 is or the moon energy. And I was saying, I feel like this is something that could be happening right now. This is present day. All right. Oh, and then look, below the King of Cups is the Oracle card, the Path. This is a Rumi card. And I mean, come on. This is just all in alignment. The path, the path. Like he's on his path. But let's see what Rumi got to say because it's probably a poem. The path. Where is the description page? I love this. It's full of this full person becoming a king of cups. And yeah. Okay, the path. Let me see. Where is it? 45. The path. It says being lost is my religion. Finding emptiness in everything is my path. Why should I go around the world searching for treasure? Searching for treasures when my beloved is right here inside my heart. Yo, I just love my spiritual life. Okay, Was I not just singing what you're looking for? I'm the one you're looking for. What you're searching for? You don't have to search no more. Listen, and dare I say, I just heard it in my brain like something like, I dare you to say it, like dare you to say it. My King of Cups coming to look at me. Now look, maybe all of us sacred feminine women, you know, we'd love to have it. But and then the fact that this poem it mentions religion. So there's that too. Um I love this. Why should I go around the world searching for treasures when my beloved is right here inside my heart? And I was just saying the kingdom is within. And I was talking about how Lord is actually love. And so now this other song that I was singing earlier is coming to mind. And it's by Fred Hammond, who I love. And he's like, it goes, nobody, nobody like you, Lord. So replace Lord with love. You love, you, not your, what do you say? Not your father, there is none. Not your mother, there is none. Not your brother, what do you say? Not your sister, there is none. He said, you guessed it, not your brother, there is not your what do you say? Not your newborn baby, not your closest friend. He said, I searched all around the world, basically can't find nobody. So, and he said, well, my beloved is right here inside my heart. So, y'all, like, it's like somebody is finding their path, they're getting on their path, they're evolving to the King of Cups. Divine intervention is at play. It's a new situation, but the fact that I just feel like it's something that's so fast. I'm getting that because you got full King of Cups. I just feel like this tower was a real big situation. It was a real situation. I wonder what happened. What did that tower consist? But you know that I don't think that's my business. Is Earth Spirit say you ain't need to know all that. Just know it's real. It's real. I'm looking at the card too, the Tower reverse, and I see like a crown. It's almost like the crown. It's almost like I'm getting like somebody was wearing like a false crown, like they were a false king, a false emperor, empress, whatever. Um, and they had to be corrected and set right so that they could get on their actual path. I love this. Uh, oh, listen. Okay, this is a part of this Rumi Oracle card. It says, because that's the poem, so that's the end of the poem. But then there's a description, but I'm not going to read it all, just this part. Legend has it that a persistent young woman, sorry, a persistent young man pursued Rumi, begging to become his disciple. Rumi finally agreed to see him and asked, why, my son, do you want to study with me? The young man replied, I want to find the path to God. Have you ever been in love with a woman? Rumi asked. The young man shook his head and blushed. Go try that first. You don't know which path will lead you to God. So, um, yeah, interesting. I know was all about love. That's the thing about Rumi. It's all about love, like love with a woman type of love, romance love, or was it a man? I actually don't know, to be honest. Um, but just love. So, yeah, this person. Oh, and that's interesting. It says go try that first. You don't know which path will lead you to God. So now, so it again, this other card from this other oracle deck is not the same as Rumi. This person with praying hands. So it's like somebody is on their path to union with the divine, or learning the divine, exploring the divine. But remember, the divine does live within, right? So So, like, even with that Oracle card being like, though there's water nearby, and then this person becomes a King of Cups. That's literally how it works. You go looking for God and you find God in you. You go looking for love and you realize the love that is most um the love that is most hydrating for your thirsty ass is actually in you. It's actually within you. But sometimes it's our connections with others that really takes us to the point of realizing that, gets us to the point of realizing that. So I love that. Great story so far. I love it. Next card is the, what is that? Seven of Pentacles reversed. No more waiting. I'm getting somebody, no more waiting. No more waiting. I'm just getting this fast energy. Like, but I mean, we are in the fire horse year, so I think that that is going to be the energy, like, that we need to be prepared for, because fire is intense, it's hot. Horses, I'm getting this horse ain't pacing. It's not slowly it's galloping. Fire, you know. So you got some fire up under that. You know what I mean? Like, why go slow? What we gonna slow go? This is some fast transformation occurring. I'm looking at the Seven of Pentacles reverse, and that's literally what I'm getting. It's like somebody had been waiting, maybe sowing seeds, feeling like they were sowing seeds for a while for particular outcomes that they weren't seeing, getting. Um, and so now it's like turning on and say, again, I'm kind of getting like a starting over, and I'm hearing this time with spirit involved, this time with God involved, this time with love involved. King of Cups. Makes sense. Yeah. Like if you're called to be the King of Cups and you trying to sow seeds without love involved, that don't make no sense. You supposed to be the love professional, the love doctor. No, but I'm getting somebody kind of walking away from this partially incomplete life they've built. Again, the party's over. Um, this is what I'm getting in my spirit. It's like I'm hearing like fruits of your labor. What are your fruits of the labor that you've been spending, that you've been toiling at? Like, where are your fruits? Because from my perspective, I'm getting that you see your surroundings as a desert. And it's funny because I'm kind of like seeing myself talk to this dude, and he's in agreement with me. Like, yeah. And I love that because that's what a King of Cups would do. He would admit it. He ain't running away from the truth. He ain't trying to, make it look pretty. He's like, yep, that's what it's been. That's what it is. And I know that I'm gonna have to be honest before, in order for any of this to change. Okay, King, then get on your throne then. Okay, put your crown on me. You better go get your love. Okay, because that's what I'm getting. He like looking at these monies like what? I mean, but it's reversed, right? So it's like you have been standing around waiting on stuff to grow. He's like, where my fruits at? Where my fruits of my labor? You know, some people will appear to be manifesting fruitful crops from the work they've put in, whatever they're working, but some of us are called for particular missions and purposes and paths, KKK, paths, to where if you're doing the wrong work, you won't benefit from it. There will be no fruits because you're not doing the work that you're called to do. You're called to do a specific kind of work, and you might look left and right, but what about them? It ain't about it ain't. It's not that kind of party. Party's over, dude. You're called to come this way. You're different. You're different, okay? Okay? You have a different calling. Your fruits will look different. Your path is gonna look different. And guess what? It starts today. It starts today. I don't know if that's literal, but that literally just came out. Ooh, and you want to know what's below that? Oh my gosh, this ain't no joke. I just got the word like sacrifice in my mind because the card below the Seven of Pentacles reversed is the King of Pentacles reversed. That is straight up confirming, like, yeah, this person is like walking away. And I got King of Pentacles yesterday too. My reading I did yesterday. I think it posted today though. Um, but King of Pen oh wait, that says Queen. Queen of Pentacles. Oh, wait a minute. Sorry, not King, Queen. Oh, hmm. I'm fighting it, but to flow with it, this is someone, they're leaving someone. This King of Cups is, yeah, out of alignment with this Queen of Pentacles. So now I'm getting the story of this King of Cups on this new path that's in his full energy, leaving this party. Well, now the party's over. That has been ongoing with this Queen of Pentacles reverse that he's been trying to build something with. Seven of Pentacles, but it's reversed, meaning there's nothing that's come of it. Oh my goodness. But also, it's okay. We all have a starting place on this spiritual journey. I was just thinking about mine today, like when I did used to be in church. And it was cool because I was young. So I wasn't in charge of my own life. But I was definitely in churches with people who were not, to me, they weren't sincere about their walks. Whether it's religious or not, they weren't sincere. They were evil people secretly, you know? And so, but for myself as an individual, I had to start somewhere. We all have to start somewhere. And so I'm just getting that this person 100%. This is so easy to see, bro. Oh my God, this tower occurrence, definitely it's all connected to a relationship that is not in alignment with their path that they're being called to by the divine. This King of Cups, upright person. It's the upright King of Cups. Leaving, breaking up with, this Queen of Pentacles reverse, ain't no fruits, no labor. And not even, it's like, it gives me more perspective because it lets me know this ain't somebody that's just been trying to party their life away. This is somebody who's been trying to build, been trying to be a partner, probably a family man. Pentacles, that's usually, I want to say that involves family. I think, I don't know, probably a family man. Um, One trying to build. Now I'm looking at the tower card, which is, I mean, it's a castle and it's upside down. So yeah, I feel like this person's been trying to, yeah, build this life, manifest, but this goes back to a couple of reading I did a couple of days ago, I think, without the spiritual for some, and I just actually it goes along with what I was just saying. For those of us who are like called, um, we will not be successful materialistically without the spiritual piece. Without, like, if we're not on a spiritual path, we're not going to be successful materialistically. It's not going to happen because you're not about to be out here reaping no type of benefits and you're not doing your work that you was called to do. You're on the wrong path. You're gonna struggle. You're gonna struggle. Even along the spiritual path, you're gonna struggle because it's never easy, but you're going to at least be able to, I won't really say manifest, but you'll be able to see the fruits of your labor because the labor that you're doing is your actual spiritual work. It's your calling. This person has a calling. This King of Cups has a calling on their life, on their soul, and looks like there's been a breakup. And ooh. Now, below that Queen of Pentacles reversed card is my Oracle card that says, She feels, she knows, reversed. She feels, she knows, reversed. I'm getting somebody who is a woman, perhaps, a woman energy, Queen of Pentacles, that is not intuitive, that is not spiritual. Because when you feel, you know, that sounds like an intuitive person, maybe like a high priestess. This is giving me, and I am being made to look at this card reverse. I'm getting that this is perhaps a partner who is not like tapped in like that. So it's kind of like that situation. Oh my goodness. This is what Jesus warned us about. He said two will lay down and only one will wake up or something like that. Um, Wheats from the tares, and I was just seeing it somewhere. The wheats from the tares. This is why many of us leave our families. For all I know, this could be this person's mother. I don't know. I'm getting more partnership though. I'm getting partnership. Um, but yeah, it's like this person um in a relationship. This man, I'm gonna just say it straight. What I'm getting, this man, you know, obviously called to be the King of Cups, so he obviously been living with this Cups energy inside of him. How he has been applying it to his life, I don't know, but it would make sense that he's been in a relationship, but it looks like relationship with the wrong type of person, a person who is upside down in their intuitive energies, uh not spiritual, maybe perhaps not called to the same path that he's called to. Definitely somebody more focused on money for sure. Um and I do get the feeling that this was a mutual situation in terms of like, okay, I'm going this way, you go your way. Because yeah, I'm getting, she would be the kind of girl to be like, you ain't making no money anyways, right? That Seven of Pentacles reverse. You know, she don't like that energy upright nor reverse. She needs a 10. I mean, I don't know, the gold digger? I don't know, but ooh, wow. Wow, wow, wow. Wow, wow, West. Look, it keeps happening. The music. Please don't stop the music. The music ain't stopping me. Anyways, yeah. I'm getting that. She feels, she knows. Reverse. She don't feel. She don't know. She just want, you know. She just want. And she's a Queen of Pentacles reverse. I don't have to read the description on the card. She is indulgent. She's greedy. She's gold digger energy. Um, Definitely not equally yoked to a King of Cups, a bright person, a person who's called for a spiritual path. So I don't want this to go too long because I do want people to watch my readings. So I'm gonna try to stop it ASAP and just say like I'm proud of this person. You know, I love witnessing people answering their spiritual callings and going onto their spiritual paths and doing their spiritual work, whatever it is, because life will your life will be better for it. Even if it does at first feel like the desert, but I feel like this is somebody who's like whatever it is I need to do. Like, did they have a dream or something? Like, how you so convinced? Like, what's going on? But now that's reminding me of the Path Oracle card that there is something about a woman in love. So maybe he going to get his Queen of Cups, the one who actually can feel and does know. Hey, can't argue with that. So with that said, y'all, I'm gonna close this up. I can't believe it's been an hour. I promise. I don't be feeling like I be talking that long. But time flies when you're having fun, and I like to talk. So I hope you liked it. And shout out to Mr. King of Cups. Welcome to your spiritual journey. Yes, yes, yes. I'm gonna do some more readings today. I am, because I got too much energy. Thank y'all for listening. Till next time.